Welcome to our future humans and to a late IHP show with your 5D mystic. Your heart, it feels even when sad, but that's only because it's an open heart. So your body is in connection, which means you have secure attachment and you're non-traumatized because you self-regulate, which is all of the 5D collective, mystic, spiritual, mindful. So also what this means is that you know there's no monsters lurking in the shadows. And as a mystic, I can tell you I have a bunch of lovely archangels, guides, angels, fairies, ogres. There's also lovely galactic beings over here. God's consistently overseeing it all. Akash, space, completely different energetic freak. Just think dark matter, dark energy in the stars. So they have decided to make themselves completely and consistently visible in my mind's eye. As a clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, all the clairs, just bring them all in, bring in the brain, and bring in the scientists, also bring in the saints and the spiritual gifts, yes. So prophets, gurus, words. These words mean something to every one of us. Enlightened ones know they mean the same thing, but they're for our different times, different groups of people. They're not actually cloaks that we wear like identities. So words mean something completely different to future humans because we're using a prefrontal cortex. So we're not like stingy. You have a name, right? Good, use it. That's your name. That's your identity. It's on your ID card. Right? Or whatever you're going to have. So that is who you are. And the mystics who say you have no self, we understand what you're saying because the soul is the same for everyone. We're all the same cosmos. So left and right brainers, they think alike. The right and left brainers think alike. The only ones who don't actually think like us are the ones who don't have a heart that's open consistently. They have it for what they like 14-month-olds do. And they also have it on for what they don't like. But when they don't like it, yeah, I'm playing with you. So when you get attachment trauma educated, yeah, like I am, and you're from the future, and all of those who are with me are saying, okay, it's time to bring us on board. And you're like, yeah, I may be right. You may be crazy, but it might just be a lunatic you're looking for. You may be right. It's the Billy Joel song. So when you're grounded in reality, as a mystic, spiritual, enlightenment, soul age group, functional child adult, you know that tangible is very important. So as I was telling somebody the other day, there's this amazing physicist. His name is Thomas Campbell. And he decided about the law of everything, or the hypothesis, or whatever the words are. And I loved how he says, the truth, it's not fragile. We all know the enlightened ones, there's only one feminine element. It's not because it's a woman. It's not the matriarch. That's not what that means. The ones who want to continue to create battles with the patriarch, the matriarch, all of it, they're the same ones who have yet to understand you, one, have your own feminine element and masculine, number one. But number two, the only human beings who have competitions are the insecure ones, which makes them lack enlightenment. Now, the enlightened ones don't lack a funny bone. Now, when you see the ones you're like, enlightenment, but that's not enlightenment soul age group, nor is it enlightenment frequency. It's technically the spirituality soul age group. They're really boring. They come here only to learn all of the stuff that they'll tell you, and really they could move beyond it, but like the Zen master who suffers still his laundry, they suffer their sadness. So they use their temporal junction. Their body stays protected, their heart stays closed, and that's because when they cry, they use the temporal junction. They don't know the 5D, fifth dimension. So when someone doesn't know equanimity yet, they don't, just FYI. So they don't know the restorative embodiment. That means they don't create resilience the good way. That means they need Dr. Amy Pegan. Okay, so now that we're very clear on who's part of our 5D collective, you're going to enjoy the 5D mystic stories about how our heart stays open even when it's sad. Because like the city of Naples, which breathes through your essence, it's like, wow. And through the chaos comes the beauty. So we don't get irritated, or I don't, with the traffic and the people yelling nope. Watch my cousin Vinny. Watch when he sleeps well. It's in prison because he's got all the people yelling. So that's what it means to be a city woman, man, or they. And meaning when you like people and Jesus walked with the people. Just remember, he didn't go and isolate himself, even though I know he disappeared for 40 days or whatever, but we don't have to isolate. In fact, none of us really want to. The ones who want to walk with the people, talk with the people, make the biggest difference, the ventral energy people. We don't say, because I can feel the energy in the room, I decide to stay home. Because I'm anointed and I vibe at the higher frequency, I decide to stay home. Because there's so much negativity out there in the world, I decide to stay home. I decide to stay home because my panic attacks definitely have made me know that I need to kind of test the terrain. Is it going to be very yucky music today? Because your yucky music doesn't make my body feel good, but I do differentiate better. So a little exposure to the very uncomfortable sympathetic frequency of the people who don't learn how to become enlightened ones, equanimous and emotionally intelligent and mentally intelligent, might I add. So yes, future humans are quite brilliant, for real, not pretend. The mediocre humans, well, they won't last long. There's a lot of timelines out there, so you can go listen to the 4D Collective as they tell you all about the battles between the good and evil people, the dark and the light. And it's like, okay, really? You do realize everything comes from darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again. So when you're comfortable with your actual 1-year-old and your 3-year-old and all your child parts and your embodied brain, and you're mentally, emotionally, physically intelligent, and you have blind faith, I do have God. High five, God. I know you won't give me a high five, but I know you're right here. So when you actually do know what it means, everything's going to be okay because, I have 24 hours. So technically, if I die tonight, you won't see me again. But I know that I've been sharing a lot of content that Maria will consume once she's reborn again, because that's how it always works anyways. But also all the other people will consume, the smart ones. Stable, mature, adaptive, rational, teachable, because they also will know, wait a minute, are we watching 0-8 emotionally mature leveled people what are they still playing Tom and Jerry? Thought Pinocchio learned from hitting rock bottom. How many times does he have to hit rock bottom and rise from the phoenix ashes and whatever? How are these figures of speech not being used with the ventral vagal state? They really don't know how to use, that's right, they don't know how to be expert yogis yet. The angry Buddhist. I'm not a Buddhist though. So again, Buddha and I make fun of him because he left his city. He was rich. He left because he saw suffering. And I thought, that's not really brave. You got up, you went under a tree, and that's it. Jesus walked in the city, made a lot of noise. He got in a lot of trouble, and he got killed for it. And you want me to look at you sitting under a tree and doing this? Yeah, no, I don't understand Buddha, and that's why Buddha and I have a thing. Because then he says, really, Maria, but look at all the suffering. And I say, yeah, but look, they don't do the yoga with the meditation and integration to go to therapy. They go and spread rumors about you and yoga now. Now they say it brings demons out of you, because then you've got the people in cloaks who say it's bad juju to let everyone in. Because they continue to believe in monsters, and really it's because they disregard science proves there's no monsters. So do the spiritual bypassers, who continue to want to be more special than the other human beings who aren't spiritual. No, everyone's spiritual, that's the whole point. So that's why there's no teams, there's just one team, and it's called humanity with the animal kingdom. We're all part of it, and the animal kingdom of humans knows, oh look, there's a human, oh look, there's a fun one, oh look, there's a grumpy one. You know what, I'm a grumpy bear too, but you're really not fun at all. So when you look at Michael Stone, forensic criminologist, he has an eagle scale. They all end up in prison except for the ones who they're not charming to those who are smart with our guts, because we don't do Tom and Jerry. So immediately I'm like, I don't involve emotionally immature people in any of my contemplative moments. I decide on the spot. I don't even have to think, as my gut says, and that's it. When you have an empowered feminine, that's how it works. You learn how to, and you listen, and you get up and you leave, and you don't involve anyone. And the only reason you stay is because you want to help someone that you actually spotted and said, hey, amygdala, that's somebody we want to go help, because, we made a commitment to our herd. So, really, even if they're drowning, we need to go pick them up. We promised, we signed a contract, how contracts work. Come on, go. No need to fuss. Nothing's going to happen. Hey, come on up. No, you don't. Come on. I'm trying to grab. Come on. Ugh. You know what? Never mind. Just get into quicksand. I'm going to leave you here. I can't do anything. You don't want to come out. I'm going to have to bye. See you later, alligators. Have fun in the swamplands of your own bodies. That's how it works. People who don't want to get themselves out of the swamp. So as a human, I love to create stories, as you can tell, but as a mystic, I want to also get serious. So your heart, it's open, it's fun. That's because I'm a human who knows, grounded in reality. As long as I live one more day, I got blessed with a gift called life. And the people who are going to be their self, they're blessed too. And they're actually smart on the mental level. And that's why we're not worried about the idiots. Any mediocre human being isn't going to last that long because they actually have... It's so hard to keep a relationship. That's exactly what I see when I hear the word hard. I'm like, wow, hard to read. And this is a woman who said, it's really hard. I'm like, wow, no, that's not my relationships. None of them. Never have been, never will be, because the minute I begin to do, you know what? This is like pulling teeth. All you had to say was that we are incompatible. Like, I really don't think this was that hard for you to, like, I don't know what the deal is, but I think I'm going to go. I thank you so much for your time. This is actually as an empowered feminine. Oh, I love it. Because we always know what the fuck's going on, and the masculines can't stand it. It seems like you know everything, Maria. No, I don't, but I do know everything for my life. Ciao, cheerio, see you later, alligator, peace out. I'm going. I'll see you when I see you, right? Yeah, because we can let go easily, because why would we bother sticking around with cowards? They leave their children inside of them to rot in hell, and then they want to talk about a monster out there, and I'm like, what's going on in your thoughts right now? Any good news? Because I see superheroes cutting each other's nose off. That's completely unimpressive. People re-traumatizing themselves with cards that say go fuck each other. Tarot, by the way. They want to tell me that I'm a spiritual bypasser because I'm equanimous. Sure, yeah, you know what? You don't know what bypassing means physically. It means that you don't know how to use. So people who don't know how to use their emotional body, just FYI, there's a bunch of them. There's a lady who thinks she can dismantle with one little finger, modern day therapist. She has millions of followers. The other ones who don't want to go to therapy, it's okay. The cowards can continue to do their thing. Okay, I'm getting chimed. It's time to leave it alone and leave my brothers and sisters who decided to be cowards alone, because that's all they are. There's no mean monsters. They're just mean between each other. And when we see mean the petty way, it's like, okay, really? Try keeping an emotionally, mentally, physically intelligent human being down with your words. Physically, I'm 4'9", so it's only physical, emotional, mental. You didn't touch shit. That's how it works when it's confidence. It's, oh, look away. Sure, bye. Wow, you're so rude. Like, I mean, I know I'm rude, but you really have no manners. I mean, I just don't, I can't. I don't know jokes. Can you try again? I really don't. Yes, stupid is fine. Can you explain it? I'm just waiting for the explanation. That's how it works. So let your friends know if they're empowered and they love fun and they really they can't stand mediocre, petty people, because there are drama kings and queens. I love all the therapists that are helping every single human being out there. There's a bunch of them that don't want to go. They're like, no, I don't need any. I'm going to stay just the way I am. Don't you see? We're the same. No, we're not. But yes, the outside, totally the same. Totally the same. No, not my twin. No. I'm saying human beings are like, but I'm a mystic too. I'm intuitive. I know shit. Yeah, you know shit. It ain't my shit. It's your shit. So when they want to do this thing, that's the masculines. They're always petty, and they're the dysregulated feminines. They don't have their body on point. If you have your body on point, you're going to know fun times. So we're emotionally mature. We're mentally mature, but we have an irritable button too. It's called any mediocre coward person who wants to try and tell us that monsters still exist. When we're like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, I didn't see any. And all the suffering that happens in the world, yeah, tell me about it. It's going to go and bite someone back in the butthole, because that's how it works. No, actually, excuse me, God is correcting me. Nope, God takes care of everything. So everyone always learns something. And if they don't learn it in this lifetime, well, the earth is Dharma, so they'll learn it in the next lifetime. They just won't come back to earth, because earth is Dharma frequency. It ain't in the 3D frequency anymore. So you either rise or you don't. Not from the ashes, but we do rise from the ashes. It's just that life ain't how hard you hit is how hard you can get hit. No, God doesn't hit you that way. If actually you're a smart person, you get nudged. For the ones who got hit hard, they will get to meet people who got nudged. And then they'll get to make their choice the minute that they're presented with kindness. That's a bitch and a witch. I don't trust any shit that comes. You know, that's a knock, knock. Who's there? Beggars for food. Nope, we don't have any food. Are you sure you have no food? Because really, we're going to put a nice bunch of riches on your house. So, you know, I love those stories. They still matter. The people who don't know what wealth is. It's so beautiful to be in the year 2025. Our ancestors are really proud of all the humans. And as for the ones who are taking the other end of the team, well, we will leave them alone because that's the hard job. They get to give you the free will choice. Do you want to be kind? Do you want to be unkind? Do you want to choose love or do you want to choose fear and make up some bullshit excuse of how you know what love is while you're just in a self-righteous little butthole that is missing out on their first 3 years of life? People who don't take seriously attachment science, yeah, it's not proven yet. Well, they're going to prove it at some point. I guess you're just going to be the laggards who's going to figure it out later that, oh, look, I wasted half my life away being in my traumatized self. Oh, no, what shall I ever do now? Oh, let me try and rise from the phoenix and the ashes and now tell my story. I have a pain point that I dragged around so long that I think I deserve a medal now for being out of it. That's what it sounds like to me when I see these people who wait till they hit rock bottom and then they come back up. I'm like, I'm 45. I'm pretty sure you're younger than me. How is it that you didn't understand the wisdom? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I forgot I have a twin and I'm a self-agent. Never mind, I have confidence. I forgot that there's teenagers who go to college who lack it completely, and then there's grown-ups who I meet who lack it also. So at the end of the day, you know, who's going to be here at IHP? Inspiring human potential. So it's all people who have a sense of humor, funny bone, and they also like mental and emotional intellect and intelligence. It's not just boring people. In fact, the only boring ones are really the ones who don't have this capacity to put two sides of their brain together. I wish all of you the best and allow anyone who's smart like us to come back, because if you got to the 17-minute mark, then you definitely are like, finally, someone who speaks my language, because that's how I feel whenever I'm going out to YouTube land. I'm like, how many viral, not interesting stereotypes, shallow teenage people do we have that are adaptive child part? They're grown-ups. The teenagers need to learn from actual grown-ups, not the same age group that are grown human beings with skin that's falling off of them. And so emotionally immature people, that's what they do to people who realize how many of them are actually wearing fancy suits thinking that they're amazing. And I mean, they're amazing for the people who are going to follow them around, but not for the ones that are like Pinocchio, Peter Pan, Lost Boys, high five, hey Cusco, you're going to go over there, you don't have a pacha, do you? There's pachas over here, you can come and join us, you know, it's fun. So we will be back with more soon. Again, a heart that is open, it cries and says, wow. Eventually you stop crying because you realize you can't make someone love themselves or open their heart or choose health or choose to notice their self and that they're treating themselves like shit, or that they're mediocre in their brains, or that they are completely irritable by a shadow of a doubt with the fact that they just regurgitate material instead of assimilate it, learn it, and then move into bigger territories. So when people learn more things, they get more curious, not less. When people are open and fun, great. When people are stingy and small, they create monsters out of anyone who they don't like in any group. And then they just keep on doing that. So yeah, we don't vibe in that low frequency. No. You don't inspire anyone from a low frequency. You just come together and stagnate. Hey, flat earthers, have a good time, patting each other on the back. We like to have a good time with curiosity. And a good time means having fun with intellect involved, because I definitely love the intellectuals, not the pseudo-intellectuals, although, believe me, they're fun because we grab golden nuggets. Like, oh, look, hey, we got a pile going on. And that's what we do. And then we build together and we just have a good time. So we'll be back with more. Have a good one.